What's going on, YouTube? We are on episode 3 of my PGA Tour career. Last episode we completed two tournaments. I withdrew from the last two because there was just no chance of me making the cut. We're not off to a great start. Hopefully we can change it at the Phoenix Open. So we'll see. We do have to win this one in order to qualify for the next, the Genesis Invitational. So let's see. Let's get into it. TPC Scottsdale. I was about to say Sawgrass.
PGA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From perpetually sunny Scottsdale, Arizona, it's live opening round coverage of the WM Phoenix Open.
Under 9 right now.
It is called the People's Open. Enthusiastic crowds have been the norm. 700,000 fans expected through the turnstiles this week. As we check the early leaderboard, we've got a tie at the very top at 9 under par. So, Frank, week 4 now on the PGA Tour. We said last week that there were a unique set of traditions at Pebble Beach. This tournament, unique in a different way.
105 from the hole isn't horrible, though.
Like the one we'll be following today. This can be an intimidating
I think that's actually good. Maybe.
Yeah, I think it's a great choice of words, Rich. It does intimidate you because when you go through the tunnel at 15 and then you go into that cauldron, coliseum, whatever you want to call it, of 16, and you see 30,000 people surround it like a baseball diamond, that's something I know when I first did it for the first time. I'd never experienced anything like that. Your heart rate goes uncontrollable. You go into like this sort of crazed frenzy. So, yeah, this is no tradition here.
It's that put. That is very unfortunate.
Might overread it just a bit. It stayed out wide left of the hole. All right, that's in for a bogey.
A bogey to start is not great.
And he's going to fall back now.
It's not great.
1 over par. The weather down here in Arizona, picture perfect here in the month of February. But come August, we know that'll be a much different story. Still, Frank, apart from keeping your focus and embracing, we'll call it the festive nature of this event, what is the key to really being successful here at TPC Scottsdale?
The truth, Rich, really is trying to adjust because everybody talks of the elevation here, which is about 1,500 feet above sea level.
If there's good, if there's a good thing I'm good at in this game, it is driving chat.
And also later
96 yards to the hole.
About 3%. So the players that have played well here are very aware of how
much
they affects their iron plate. Their irons
plug
go
down.
shorter at the start of the day. They go, they go a little further
plug down,
in the middle of the day, and then they drop down again in the afternoon. So constantly adjusting.
Can I hit a point shot and put some backspin on it? And put some backspin on it. I'm gonna hit my punch shot from right here. That was
Too bad, Frank. That one rolled right off the green.
It was just coming out so hot.
Down on the course, let's check in with Nota Begay III.
Little unlucky, ball skipped over the back edge, now faced with a very difficult elevated pitch shot.
And this will be a 5-foot putt here. Good putt there.
Okay. We got a par on that hole.
Second. And he'll stay at 1 over. Yeah, good swing and a good result.
241 yards left to the hole.
From the fairway, let's go to Noda.
Tee shot has given the player a chance to go for this green in 2. Just have to be mindful of covering the ravine, which protects the entire front part of the green.
Almost a great shot, just missed it a fraction to the right of this green here at the par 5.
Yeah, but a chip and a putt, still make 4. Well, Rich, it looked like he just took the normal club that he would have out of the fairway, but you've always got to take at least one less when it looks like a flyer lie.
Little conversation, and you've had these before, Frank, between the player and the caddy right there. Maybe they should have gone down a club. So that safely in. It's a par here at the 3rd.
So we got a par 3 for the next one. Right now we're only 1 over par. That's us at 52.
Par 3 at TPC Scottsdale, 183-yard fourth. Slightly uphill with an elevated green that is tough to see from the tee. Bunkers guarded short, right, and left.
So we're down a little bit. So, okay, so shoot a 6-iron and see if I can't.
Here comes a second now from right of the green.
It is a game of touch. It is evidence right there when your touch is
gonna
out.
be a tough
what
putt.
a difference it makes. That ball went a long way past.
Not quite online, and
dang
that'll drift
it,
a couple
bro.
feet by. That one finished off. It is a bogey here at 4. And that's going to move him back to 2 over par. Frank, this is a demanding driving hole, the par 4 5th.
Another hole that bends gently to the left. Used to be 2 bunkers down the right side. It's now 1, and it's in the perfect position to make you think about your tee shot. Really, you have to be left of that. The new tee's added a little bit of yardage to it. The green still looks the same as what it once was. Tilts slightly from left to right. But you can see why a draw is the preferred shot at TPC Scottsdale.
I don't hate it.
Well,
Would rather be in the fairway
all
for
the
this
way
shot,
across the side of the fairway to the left-hand side.
I
First
don't
cut of rough.
hate it. Let me go ahead and... He got a break, and it's not going to.
Ooh, and that is not a great place to be here at 5. That bunker is fairly deep.
Gosh, dang.
And an awkward little bunker shot. Just splash it out, let the ball run towards the flag.
Okay, pretty big swing necessary there, and that's not all that bad from that far away. Oh, no, I thought that was
Ain't no way, bro.
Just a little jag right at the end, going to leave it on the lip. Okay, that one brushed in for bogey here at the 5th. He'll slide back now to 3 over par. Now the par 4 6th. Decision time, Frank. Driver, where do you go with 3 wood?
A lot of that's going to depend on if there's any breeze. If the breeze is at your back, you can drive it all the way down the right side and take those 2 bunkers down the right completely out of play. This hole's been stiffened up, though. The length hasn't increased, but that bunkering in that choke point. So the strategy, do you have the length to get past them? Or if you have to lay up, it's going to leave a much longer second shot.
That one going to split the middle. Maybe get a little rollout as well. That is a good, solid tee shot. Perfect spot to play this second. Middle of the fairway.
That's a head scratcher. That approach shot from relatively close in. I would have been looking at 10 to 15 feet.
That's definitely gonna give me difficulties. We shooting up a hill. We don't have to go that much.
Nope, that was never going to climb that hill, and he has left himself a tester coming up. Nicely read there. It is a par here at the 6th, and he'll hold steady at +3. On to the par 3 7th, 215 yards from that back tee box, Frank.
This hole hasn't really changed. Still has that V-shaped green where it's very narrow in the front. A high-flying shot in here that carries that front edge, and you'll find the further and further you go back there, the more receptive and that green starts to widen.
Bro. My gosh, bro.
No, that is into the larger of the 2 bunkers around this 7th green. Now from the bunker.
Just a little splash out on this par 3.
Not the best of swings there. Maybe lucky just to get that one out. Out of the bunker to here. Now a 3rd. Well, that not his finest effort, and it's going to leave a very anxious putt to say bogey. Yeah, that's well done, though it is for bogey here at the par 3. And that's going to move him back to
Come on, birdies. Birdies in the chat.
There's a good hole right here. The par 4 8th at 475 yards, a slight dog leg to the left. This is where you want to hit that sweeper. If you have that in your bag, get a little extra roll on that hooking tee shot from there, you'll have a chance to make a birdie.
Pulling, he's pushing left. Gosh, dang, bro.
Bogey at the last and found the rough here. It's going to be a little bit of a shock on the momentum because it's going in the wrong direction.
I'm going to have to hit a punch shot. A punch shot probably right here with a 3-iron. I think that wasn't the greatest, but that was the best effort I think I had in order to get it close, bro.
This is the time on the round you've got to really screw down the bolts in your head. Do not want to make back-to-back bogeys.
Very well done there. That should allow him to walk away with a bogey.
It looked pretty straightforward, but still, we've seen a few of those get away.
That one finished off. It's a bogey.
All right, I gotta log in.
And they'll fall back now.
I ain't never been this bad at a golf game, bro.
Here at the par 4 9th hole, Frank, what's the strategy off the tee?
Well, there's one bunker down the right side that you have to be very wary of. 325 yards to carry that, so it's very much in play, and just over 290 to reach it. Ideally, you have to go left about that down the left side. But really, this is a second shot hole because this green is not very deep.
No issues here. That is into the fairway. From the fairway, we check in with Noda.
Fairway at the 9th, one of the widest on the golf course, so ball easily finds the fairway. Now can take dead aim at this whole location to this narrow green.
That's got to be disappointing. Good line in the fairway, and the approach winds up in the bunker. Some green to work with as he'll try and lift this one out. Yeah, that one came out hot, tough to judge sometimes, coming out of the sand, and that winds up well beyond the flag. That's well done.
What a putt.
Good save
par
at the 9th. And that means that is a disappointing 40 on the front side, 5 over par. The wind's starting to push this one a little left. That's going to be into the rough right behind the big stadium structure at 16. Second shot coming up, and we say hello to Iona Stephen.
He's got 122 yards to the front of the green. 133 the number, all the way to the flagstick. Wind into the face, so you'll definitely need to account for that.
But he'll be disappointed with that, no doubt.
Yeah, swing didn't quite look right on that one.
Safely in. It's a par here at the 10th. And he's going to stay at +5. That will be perfect into the left side of the fairway. From the fairway, let's go to Noda.
Great tee shot here at the 11th. Now has a chance to go at the whole location on the left half of the green, but have to be concerned about the water that wraps around the backside.
Oh my God.
The scorecard doesn't lie, and the touch has been missing today. More evidence, sadly, there.
Hang on. That's going to leave about 3 feet. Okay, finished off there for double bogey. He'll slide a bit further here to 7 over par.
Finally,
okay, just outside of 10 feet and a birdie chance here at
quality
number 12.
shot.
Nope. That one safely in. It's a par here at 12. And he'll hold steady at 7 over par. Par 5 13th. Chance for birdie or maybe even eagle if you're bold and brave enough. But also, Frank, chance for disaster here?
Well, there is. Water very much in play down the right side. There's a bunker down the left, too. If you finish up in that, there's no way you're going for this par 5 and 2. Then it becomes a little bit of a zigzag mission. The second shot either has to be hit down the right side, just skirting that bunker in the front, or it has to be all carry.
Yeah, nothing to fault there. Good balance, good follow through, and a good start to this hole. Had half the equation on that shot, the distance. Not quite the accuracy. Missed it. Hair to the right.
Yeah, not quite a foul ball. Kept it in the ballpark, and, well, Let's see how good you can chip.
It's fine.
Not much to this one. It's for birdie. Confidently done there. That's in for birdie here at 13.
Yeah, give me 1 second. Ow. You said what?
Gonna have to try and give this a good thump to fly it to the hole. That is such a tough bunker to try and navigate. That's onto the green, but still a tricky distance coming up. Just 5 feet left. Yeah, that's good roll. And that in for a 6 here on par 4. And that's going to drop him all the way down to 8 over par. Arriving now at the 553-yard 15th, another reachable par 5, water guarding the left side of the fairway. Players hit their second or third shots into an island green, and scores can range from 3 to 7 here, so the 15th is always exciting. And that will be more than adequate. It's safely into the fairway.
And that second shot on this par 5, it just came out too low. Came out like a bullet. That first bounce, it wasn't going to stop. Second bounce wasn't going to stop. And just ran over the back.
A look at birdie here at 15.
And players of this caliber should make this on a regular basis pretty flat with just a slight movement to the left.
Yeah, not quite enough pace, but that's pretty good. Okay, a solid par here at the 15th. And he'll remain 8 over for the tournament. All right, safely aboard. That will not incur the wrath of this capacity crowd, and that's a victory. Oh, no, I think he was about ready to walk that in. That looked on target the whole way. Okay, that'll be a par here at 16. And he'll remain right where he is. Well, these short, drivable par 4s are all the rage in golf, but the designers here at TPC Scottsdale, Jay Morrish and Tom Weiskopf, were really ahead of the curve. This was one of the first, and it still remains one of the best. Short par 4s in the game, all about risk and reward. Oh, this is going to be way down there. Got to be thinking about making this one from just off the edge of the green. This for eagle. Frank landed it on the green.
It was never going to stop.
No, no chance. And that's not exactly ideal. Far from the tap it for his par.
You're being too kind. That's not at all ideal.
Oh, yeah, worth an exhale there. That's a good par save here at 17. And he'll stay right where he is. We finish our day here at TPC Scottsdale with a 442-yard par 4 18. The strategy off the tee is key. Challenge the lake on the left and cut the corner of the Church Pew bunkers, or play it safely down the right side of the fairway. This one starting a little bit left.
Once again, doesn't count as a fairway hit. We all know that. For the first cut, the ball's sitting up. See what can happen from here.
From just off the fairway, down the nota.
He's got 154 yards to the hole. Wind definitely hurting in his face.
That's going to be into that devious little cut bunker here, right of the green. Looking to splash this softly onto the green. Boy, that was on an aggressive line. Couldn't quite get it to stop, and that will be left for par. Oh, man. It's one of those days you think the golf guys are against you. Okay, a shake of the head as that one is finished off. And he'll continue his slide. He is at 9 over par. So one round complete, and Frank, this is such a good field this week. We may see the cream rise to the top come Sunday.
I hope you're right, Rich.
PGA Sports
Definitely gotta shoot
and
better
the
here,
PGA
Chet.
Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From the Sonoran Desert and always entertaining TPC Scottsdale, it's live second-round coverage of the WM Phoenix Open. It is known as the greatest show on grass, and it has lived up to that moniker through the first couple of rounds as we take a look at the Friday leaderboard. We've got a tie at the top. As for our featured golfer, this might be a day to work on a few things, as it will take a miracle to progress to the weekend. That's a disappointment right there, Frank.
Yeah, green light special, really. Come up considerably short.
"13 feet away." That's going to scoot a foot or two by. Okay, it's a bogey here at first. And that's going to move him all the way down to +10.
Come on, birdie will get it on every hole.
On to the second, a 442-yard par 4. Longer hitters can try and take advantage of the downslope, 285 yards off the tee, but that brings those two deep fairway bunkers on the right into play. Yeah, that's in the fairway, so maybe a chance for a bounce back after that opening bogey. A left to right breeze, something to consider here as he eyes this second shot.
And a good iron shot, just not quite as close as what we'd all want to finish, but still.
Birdie putt coming up, and we go to Iona Stephen.
Yeah, and this is the sort of putt that he can have a good run at, ever so slightly up the hill with a hint of movement from left to right.
That one just going to sneak on by. That finished off for par here with the second. And he'll remain
One into
at +10. Now on to the third. First par 5 on the course here at TPC Scottsdale.
Yeah, the length of the hole hasn't really changed. Used to be 2 fairway bunkers down the left. Now there's only 1. Still a hazard that runs down the right side. A strategic hole if you can't make this par 5 and 2. And a brand new green that has been completely changed.
Nope, don't want to be left here at the third, and that is into the fairway bunker. PGA Tour moves back to California next week. We'll be at Hogan's Alley in Riviera Country Club just west of Los Angeles for the Genesis Invitational. Frank, we go from hysteria to history.
Oh, you do, yeah. Humphrey Bogart's tree on the left side of the 12th hole. Still there, and it's still a feature. A huge sycamore tree there kicks the odd ball away from the green. It's good. The whole golf course is in a sort of a bowl, so you get these swirling winds. I know they've tried to renovate the golf course over the last few years. It's actually made the fairways a little wider, but another straight up test. I mean, the West Coast swing, you really have to bring your game.
That's just okay, I'd say, but he's left himself at least a chance at a par, Frank.
Come on, Rich. I mean, you're being too kind there. That's not ideal.
Oh, you're kidding? This game's unfair sometimes. That luck did the whole way. That one in for a bogey here at the third. And he's going to fall even further below par. It's not the most famous par 3 at TPC Scottsdale, is it? But it is the first. The 4th hole at 183 yards, just a bit uphill with an elevated green. It is well guarded by bunkers.
Bro, I ain't really I find myself in the sand every single
Well, at least he can draw on the experience from the previous hole. Again, in the bunker. Okay, well, that is on the green, but apparently just too difficult to get enough loft.
We're gonna just go ahead and withdraw from that event. Probably not gonna win it. The Florida Classic, yeah. Let's go. Let's get it, man.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, from the wetlands, it's live opening round coverage of the Florida Classic. This is going to be a compelling 4 days of golf. A lot of storylines to follow as we move through the weekend, and we take a look at the leaderboard here in round one. The leader is Cam Davis. He's got it going early at 7 under par. Meanwhile, our featured golfer will begin 7 shots off the pace. Third shot, looking for a good one. When in doubt, middle of the green will work just fine. Gonna have to take pretty much a full swing at this one with the putter because this one is into the hill and the hole is cut back. Yep, not bad. Had to put a little extra into that one, but got it there. That's a pretty good effort. Oh, well, that is not what you want to see on the first hole. He's already thinking this better not be one of those days.
All right, to start off,
for a bogey here to start the round. And he's going to fall back now to 1 over par. Here now at the first par 3 of the day, the 225-yard second. Bunkers front, left, and back, the only real trouble here. On to the second hole, par 3 of 225 yards. Good hole, Frank.
It certainly is, and the 2 bunkers, one left and one right, they remind you where not to go. But they don't really encroach on the green. So stay with a positive attitude on that tee, and you'll find that green is plenty big enough.
Okay, not taking any chances there. A good, safe play in the middle portion of the green. A birdie try on the second green, and with that, we welcome 4-time winner on the PGA Tour, Nota Begay.
Just gotta make sure
he may need to give this just a little extra. He's going straight up the hill, but otherwise fairly painless.
Oh, yes. To get up that slope, it is in for a birdie.
Finally. We're on a par 4. Ooh, no.
We're going to be watching this one intently. Wayward from the tee, and this one is headed for the rough, Frank. Working from the rough. Here's his second at 3. Ooh, that's where the wayward previous shot will cost you. Failed to reach the green from the rough, and now it's time to scramble. Not going to be easy.
Yes, you can't hit a flop shot. So, no, I don't want to punch. I want to pitch it. Can I club up? Yeah.
Okay, not particularly close, but a chance for the putter to do its thing.
It's not moving that much, so.
Oh, boy, that looked good for a long time, didn't it? That stuck by right at the end. That one polished off for bogey. He'll drop back to 1 over par. Par 3 fourth.
We got 2 people in the stream right now. Make sure if you're new to the channel,
in front of the swamp, so
hit that subscribe button.
not going to get you to the green here, is it, Frank?
No, I might need an airboat to go across that.
Okay. But I don't want to use my 3-wood. I don't think a 3-iron is going to be enough club, but we're going to try it. Try a 3-iron. And it's not. It's way over here.
And that one not on the green, but not in a terrible spot either. Sitting up in the short grass. Still work to do to get this on the green. This is second.
I'd like to hit a flop shot, but I'm not gonna have enough club to hit a flop shot. It's gonna suck pitch. So, right there.
And that'll do just fine. Right about 9 feet here to the hole. That's in. It is a good par here at number 4. And he'll stay at 1 over.
Alright, we got our next par 5 to try to get an eagle opportunity so we can go under par for the round. What's up with me and these badass drives, bro? I finally get a course that I can somewhat play on, bro, and I find myself in these crappy situations.
Wow, wild off the tee. Second shot sort of clanged through the tree's bud. It ends up in the fairway. Still, though, long ways coming up for this third shot.
Bro. This is already my fifth shot.
Fifth shot.
Dang it, and I even up.
Yeah, much better there. That one drops for his
Double bogey is fucking
and
crazy,
he'll slide back now
bro.
to 3 over par.
Oh.
On to the par 4 sixth here at the wetlands. And Frank, how does that water factor into the way you play this hole?
It bisects this fairway beautifully, Rich. 233 yards to the run out on the first section of fairway. And that might be worth considering for the short hitters. To try and flash it across the narrowest part of those wetlands, 276 yards. And of course, the more horsepower you got, actually the easier this tee shot becomes.
Is it going to be risky to actually try this? This a par 5? Oh, it's a par 4. That should be fine. Yeah, there we go. Not the greatest shot, but I'm not mad at it.
From the fairway, this is second.
Staring at 147 yards to the front, 156 to the hole, pinned just on the front edge.
Mishit, wrong club. What happened there, Frank?
All of the above, maybe. It's a little bit of a head scratcher. It wasn't that hard a shot.
Nicely read there. It is a par here at the 6th. And he'll hold
par
steady.
5 coming on.
+3.
This one we gotta equal to get
Next
back
up,
into
the
this.
592-yard par 5.
We gotta at least place in one of these tournaments.
Really long hitters can get home in 2 with a couple of well-struck shots. The wetlands not really in play here.
So this finishing last. It's ridiculous.
This one starting a hair right. Well, you can't walk out and drop it any better than that. That is a fine tee shot right there.
So I guess approach would be my... I didn't even put that much backspin on it.
And that will make it onto the putting surface, but ultimately, not a real good shot.
It actually doesn't break like horrible.
Okay. That's not quite dead from there. That is a good distance short. Yep, well done. That's in for par here at 7. And he'll remain right where he is. We arrive now at the 203-yard par 3-8. Tricky little hole. The bunker short of the green looks like it borders the putting surface, but it's actually a few yards short of it, and the green narrows toward the back.
I like this camera angle. How you change the camera angle.
Okay, safely aboard on the back part of the green, but a long way from this front hole location. Birdie putt coming up, but you gotta think anything inside of 7 or 8 feet here is pretty darn good.
Breaks a lot towards the end, but I shouldn't need it that much.
You might like this one. You might really like it. Oh, he hit a really good putt, just not quite strong enough. Okay, that in for par here at the 8th.
I'm
He'll
struggling
stay
so
right
bad,
where he is.
bro. But I will say I fuck with this game better
Finishing
than
out the front
2K
side with yet another
because it is
lengthy
a lot
par
more
5, the
challenging.
9th measuring 621 yards, but still reachable for the bombers out there with 3 bunkers protecting against your approach shot.
Bro.
Oh boy, that has started way left.
Yeah, of course it is.
Well, not this time. That one's in the rough.
5,
Might be a tough shot coming up.
Every single par 5 so far.
Okay, back into the fairway, but still a long road home from there.
A little long, as we can see, and a little to the right, but still makeable if you hit a good one.
Now this for birdie.
And he's got this ball on the flat part of the green, and this is about as straightforward as they come. He's just got to get there.
So finally got a par.
Yeah, that's a bit more like it. It's a birdie.
To go to the back 9 2 over.
2 now for the round. We begin the inward 9 at the wetlands with the lengthy par 3 10th, 246 yards, 3 bunkers protecting the front of the green, and anything long or left has a chance to be wet.
Dang.
And
Not long enough, but I couldn't hit my wood
not
there.
a terrible spot either. Sitting up in the short grass. Well, those are the shots that turn what you'd like to be a leisurely stroll out on the golf course into a day of hard work.
Yeah, what could have been a tap-in is now going to be a grind.
Safely in. It's a par here at the 10th.
Hopefully we go better on this back 9, chat.
Arriving here at the 443-yard par 4 11. Best to play it left center off the tee to give you a good look on the approach and take a bit of length off the hole.
Bro.
Ball not sitting too badly here at number 11. This is second shot.
I'm just literally at this point hitting people.
This one going to require some pace back up the hill for birdie. Okay, not a bad effort.
Gosh, damn, no.
So that brushed in for par here at 11.
Par
and
5.
He'll remain right where he is. Up next, the first par 5 of the back 9 here at the wetlands, the 576-yard 12th wide fairway with no real trouble off the tee. So it is a good time to let it rip.
Bro, I literally have been hitting it left, so I move it right.
And
I hit it
no
right,
issues there.
but it's
good
on the
tee
fairway.
shot in the short grass.
This has to be, yeah, it's a par 5. Okay, but I'm not gonna be over that. I'm gonna hit a 3-wood here, but I don't know. I don't. Yeah, I didn't love it. It was worth a try, though. Chat.
We have 115 yards to the hole.
And that's a good approach shot, too. Just a little left of the hole, but a good chance for birdie.
15 feet away.
It doesn't even move that much.
Oh, yes, indeed.
One
the
over
line
par.
there, perfect. It is in for a birdie. This started toward the left side.
With that hole cut in the middle right, this nice drive down the left side certainly opens up the second shot.
Second shot straight ahead, and we go to Iona Stephen.
139 left to the flag. Wind coming from behind, so you'll need to be careful where you land it.
Maybe a little too pumped up there. That just flew past the flag, but still an outside chance for a birdie.
It does not move. A little bit up a hill, but back-to-back birdie for the first time in my PGA Tour career, which is really sad. That's pathetic. That's embarrassing. But I'm mad about it, but ain't no reason to cry about it. Dang. All right.
Okay, good putt. And a par here at 14.
Now we got a par 5. If we can just eagle this chat, that would be great. But I don't see an eagle happening, so we're just gonna play our best golf. I think I hit those freaking leaves. Yeah, freaking. If we did have a chance for an eagle, all hope just
still
lost
well over
right there.
300 yards to the flag. So getting this to a good number, the key here for his second.
Hey, we'll take that. That was a
good effort here at par 5. Good tee shot.
That was a shot that, like,
first
you know,
cut sits up nicely
that's not what he was trying to do,
and
but
this
it
has
just
been
worked.
a well played hole so far.
Bro, why can I not get no forward
from that kind of a spot when you come up short?
Yeah, you're licking your chops over that one. A shot you think you could hit directly at the flag. Now, test for the short game.
Well, obviously that's not his best, but it'll be quickly forgotten, Frank, if he's able to get out of here with his par.
Well, you might forget it. I won't. Far from his best.
Yeah, good putt. That's in for par.
So we got par 4, par 3, par 4
We'll
left.
stay at level par.
If we can get one of those as a birdie, that would be great. All of them as a birdie would be ideal.
Just what you want at this point in the round. You're trying to find a rhythm, hit fairways, hit the middle of the club face. That's what they did right there.
In my book, that's a good shot. You could really aim at the middle of just about every single green. If you did it all day long, some of those would finish up close, and you'd have plenty of birdie putts.
Oh, straight into the cup. Well done. That's
another
birdie here at 16. Birdie.
Let's go. Real Florida, baby, man. Playing well in Florida. You already know the vibes.
Still a chance for birdie here, though. Green shape's a little bit to the player's right, so a nice high draw coming in here. Even finding the middle of the putting surface will give you a chance to putt to really any position on this green.
Dang it, bro.
And that one not on the green, but not a terrible spot either. Sitting up in the short grass. Here comes the second now from right of the green.
Hey, that was close.
10-foot putt left. Yeah, that's good putt. It is in for par here at 17.
All right, last par,
and he'll
last
remain
round.
In red figures at
Par
100.
4. What a beautiful shot.
This is going to play a lot shorter. It is a steep hill down to the green.
In golf, you know, you've heard the term mulligan. You'd love that to do over there, wouldn't you? I mean, that's just, that's very poor from that range.
No, these are... Those are the putts that are
That's
hard
what you
to
want to do.
sink.
Good lag putt.
But
Yeah, they can't all go in.
So he'll finish up there.
well, we'll take one under
18.
for the first
That's
round.
going to be a 1 under opening round of 71. Our featured golfer here today had some moments, but maybe not the round one you're looking for, Frank.
Too many mistakes, Rich. Right now, don't think about the leader. Just worry about improving your own game.
So, for Frank Nobilo, Noda Begay III, and Iona Stephen, I'm Rich Lerner. We'll see you next time on EA Sports PGA Tour Golf.
time to get into this other.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, from the wetlands, we bring you live second-round coverage of the Florida Classic. Things starting to slowly take shape here on this Friday. For some, it is a race for the top prize. For others, it's a fight to stick around for the weekend as we show you the leaderboard. A former major champion, Keegan Bradley, is the leader. He's currently at 8 under. As for our featured golfer, that current score is right on the number right now in terms of making the cut and playing the weekend. That one looking good. It's in the fairway here to start round 2.
We got 2 people in the live right now. Make sure if you haven't hit that subscribe button already, you hit it. Road to 300 subs will be greatly appreciated. All right,
He's set up for his 3rd shot here, looking to get it on the green with this.
Yeah. I'm gonna need it club down a little bit. There we go.
Well, not super close, but safely on the green.
Gonna have to give this a pretty good thump. This is well back there and into the hill.
But that's the thing is it's more hill than slope. So we're gonna go with that. Dang. Okay. I'm not mad at it. Whatever.
Well done. That is
I'll take a par right there.
And he'll remain at 1 under par.
Dang. I can't hit a 3-wood, so I'm gonna have to. Ooh, that one is brutal though.
Okay, center of the green. Good shot. A birdie opportunity at 2, and Nota Begay is down there.
And I don't think he'll want to deviate from a straight-in read, just a little uphill.
Let's go.
Yes, plenty of pace to get up that slope. It is in for a birdie. And he moves it to 2 under par. Next week, the Florida swing continues. Frankie, it's a home game for you. That's always nice as we head to Orlando and Bay Hill for the Arnold Palmer Invitational presented by MasterCard. Always a good week.
No, it certainly is. Get some home-cooked meals, that's for sure, and get to watch people play. I don't know, I just love the finish at Bay Hill. 16, 17, and 18. So many tournaments where things have gone awry over that very stretch.
Yeah, that's a nice swing, and the result is going to be a tee shot that is set up just fine. Breeze at his back shoulder as he lines up his second from the fairway.
Not ideal. But they say it's still in the fairway, so. That was alright. Let's see if I can.
8-foot putt here. Oh, he's saying, where's the turn? It didn't move nearly as much as he anticipated. That one in for a bogey here at the third. And he'll fall back to 1 under par. What a hole this is, Frank. Par 3-4, 250 yards. We're teeing off right in front of the swamp there.
You might see the odd alligator pop its head up. When you look at this, if you want to be clever, you can sort of hit a little cut in here, Rich, and then it'll work with that C-shaped green. That'll keep the tee shot away from the bunker that protects the middle. And you never know, it might just sneak in a birdie.
I'm gonna. It's probably not going to be a great shot, but I'm just going to have to go with that.
Green, but not a terrible spot
they
either.
wanted me to use my driver, and that would have been way too much close.
Now, from the apron, second to the par 3.
Lovely pitch shot. Just nipped that ball off the turf. Just flew through the air beautifully. Sat down fairly quick as well. Good shot.
Nicely done as he rolls right in for his par.
We're still 1 under par for the tournament.
Right where he is.
Hopefully that's enough to at least get us to advance.
Fairway's big enough. Good shot.
Now a second from well over 300 yards. This will be about positioning.
Yeah, I'm not going to be able to do that. We'll go ahead and club down. It is safe. And that wasn't even that safe.
I wouldn't say he's dominated the par 5 to this point. Still a lot of work left here.
The beauty of this game is you get to choose your own strategy. It's a 3-shot hole. There's a lot of different ways to try and reach this par 5 in 3 shots. Still, this 3rd shot is going to have to be hit on the button.
Dang. Okay.
And that's not exactly ideal. Far from a tap-in for his par.
You're being too kind. That's not at all ideal.
Nah, that's going to wander off to the right. Maybe 2-3 feet coming back. Okay, that one brushed in for bogey.
So I'm even for the tournament, chat.
He's going to fall out of red figures, back down to even par. Here now at the 440-yard par 4-6. Water down the left side to avoid, and a couple choices here. Layup short of the water crossing the fairway, or risk trying to carry it. See what you've got.
Hey, that was a pretty good shot. If I would say so myself.
Now Noda, his second from the fairway.
Looking at 153 to the hole, standing on the wrong side of par right now, looking to get back to even.
It's a solid shot and a green in regulation, but a little away from the band.
Down to Iona, this for birdie.
Well, they often say it's the toughest putt in golf. There's not a lot to it. I think you can take dead aim.
Yeah, that's a pretty good putt. Just a little bit off the mark. Safely in for par here at the 6th. And he'll remain right where he is. Here at the par 5 7th at the Wetlands Golf and Country Club, 592 yards. Frank, now we get a crack at another par 5. The 7th is 592 yards.
And certainly reachable, especially with a tee shot that follows the shape of this fairway, which is slightly to the left. Good tee shot, you can get home. And those bunkers, if anything, are nicely placed on that left side of the green, actually to protect a shot that goes too far or too left.
No problems there. That's going to wind up safely in the fairway. Now, from just under 300 yards, a second from the fairway at the par 5. I'm not sure he got every bit of that three-wood trying to get home with his par 5 and 2, but still in the ball game for a birdie. Okay, sensible play right there, and that one on deck. This is a 16-footer. Not that time. Pretty good effort, but it'll wander a couple of feet by. That one finished off. It'll be a par here at 7.
One par 3 left, and then another par 5 for this front 9.
On to the 8th. It's a par 3.
I think I'm still in the cut
yards. What's going on here, Frank?
Interesting par 3, really. It looks anything other than a straightaway hole. That bunker short of this green gives you like an optical illusion. You think it's lapping up with the front of this green, but there's actually sort of 3 or 4 yards before you get to the putting surface. A little bit of a drop off behind this green, and it narrows out the deeper the green gets. So tricky little par 3.
All right, you don't have to catch it on the middle of the face every time. That's on the middle of the dance floor, and a birdie putt coming up. We welcome in Iona Stephen. This, a putt for birdie.
Yeah, this is pretty much as straightforward as you could ask for from this distance. Start it online. It's got a good chance of finding the cut.
Okay, good roll there. It is a par here at the 8th, and he'll remain right where he is. Frank, looking at this par 5 9th hole, it's 621 yards. I need to make birdie here. What's the best way to go about it?
Well, if you're a long hitter, then there's a chance you can reach this par 5 and 2, Rich. But really the best way to make birdie here, good tee shot, and then contemplate the layup. In between the first 2 bunkers, there's a nice section of fairway, and that's not going to leave you much in for that third shot to a green that's very receptive. So really, birdie can be made the hard way, wedge and a putt.
I don't want to hit a punch. Pitch.
Good soft hands. That is nicely done. A 6-footer now for birdie. Yes, well done there. And back to even par now on the day.
Should have slowed down.
And that one not on the green, but not in a terrible spot either. Sitting up in the short grass. Had a birdie here yesterday, in there close. Great opportunity for another one.
Oh, it's a par 3. I'm not getting a birdie. What they? I don't know what's wrong with these announcers.
Yeah, well done. That's in for par. That's going to keep him on the outside looking in terms of playing the weekend. Par 4-11. Frank, we're looking at 443 yards.
Yeah, the Wetlands Golf Course is a really good driving course. This is another example here, Rich, where the fairway's just wide enough to reward a good tee shot, and then those two bunkers don't really come into play. But Wetlands becomes very difficult when you just start to stray a little bit off the fairway. Then you start to see why those bunkers are put there.
And that will do just fine. Wind coming from his right as he gets set for his second. And this ball not quite going to get there. It'll come up a bit short and on the fringe.
$18 feet from the bottom of the cup.
Not too bad. Didn't quite get it far enough left, and maybe a little too gentle as well. Safely in. It's a bogey here at number 11. And that's going to move him back down to even par. Par 5-12 here at the Wetlands Golf and Country Club is 576 yards. First par 5 on this backside. Stepping up to the tee at the first par 5 on this back 9. It's the 12th, and it is 576 yards.
Yeah, this hole bends to the right, opposite direction to what 11 does. A good tee shot, and you can actually think about reaching this par 5 and 2, but anything around the front or front left, it's still going to leave a relatively simple pitch shot. So when you stand on that tee, think of birdie at least here.
This one working up the right side.
This is an absolute stripe show. 8 of 8, that's as good as it comes. That's Hogan of today.
I guess you could say slow and steady is going to win this race, or so he hopes. Long ways to go.
I'd also add the word short, Rich. Slow, steady, and short. This is a long par 5 now.
Ain't no way I'm better.
Well, going to be a lengthy putt for birdie, but on a long approach like that, anything on the green is a welcome sight.
I'm just gonna go for it. And I didn't hit it hard enough. Even if I did have
and he didn't hit that squarely at all. Ooh, good speed there. That'll leave just a couple of feet. So a tough hole. That's in for bogey at 12. And he'll drop back to 1 over par. Here we are now at the 452-yard par 4 13th, requiring a straight tee shot. Fairway widens for long hitters, offering a good approach to a green flanked by 2 bunkers in front.
Alright, par 4. Oh.
Solid, a good drive in the fairway. From the fairway nota, this is second.
145 left to the hole, looking to make up for that drop shot with a birdie here.
This from about 10 feet. Got it there, but not quite on target. No, rushed it. Yeah, that's good roll, and that in for a 6 here at the par 4. And he'll slide back now to 3 over par. 14th hole here at the Wetlands. A dangerous par 3 comes in at 204 yards. There's some trouble out there.
And this is where you have to readjust your focus. If you start looking right or left of this green, you see all the problems that could come in and prevail. Instead, just look at that front bunker. Try and fly your tee shot over that, somewhere around the front edge of the green, maybe 3 or 4 yards on, and then the hole becomes that much easier.
Yep. Where it all falls apart.
Now from the bunker.
Yeah, just a little splash out on this par 3.
Yeah, look how quick that was. Very difficult to get that to stop, even out of the sand. And that race is right on by. Oh, man, the speed was spot on. A good putt, but nothing to show for it. Safely in. It's a bogey here at 14. And that's going to move him back to 4 over.
I need 2 eagles here, chat. I need 2 eagles. 2 eagles and 2 birdies. Oh, why is my swing? I'm not gonna get my eagle that I wanted. Maybe I can save it for birdie.
I don't know about that one. Yeah, ball in the first cut. Could have gone a little further down the fairway. But still, hey, what am I saying? In good place now.
Oh, I don't use backspin.
No, the ball is on the green. That's about all I can say with that. With a short wedge in hand, you'd expect that certainly be much closer than that.
And there's not really much movement. Like maybe a little bit, but...
Nah, that's a little timid. Maybe a shake of the head there. That needed a bit more. Okay, that's good putt. It is in to save par. And he'll remain at +4. Making our move to the home stretch, the 16th. It's a par 4 and a good one at 455 yards.
And the chance to actually get a good run for the clubhouse because the holes are fairly short coming in. So good drive here. Find the putting surface. Maybe start the roll right here.
Gonna work this up that left-hand side.
Too strong for this hole, eh? Ran out of fairway and into the rough. Big hit, though.
From the rough, we check in with Noda.
Left himself with 155. Lie looks hot. Needs to be careful of the ball jumping.
Right on line all the way. It is a par here at 16. And he'll stay right where he is. Another longish par 3 here at the wetlands. This one the 238 yards, 17th. A bunker on either side of the green. The tee shot fits a golfer that can shape it a bit from right to left. Didn't play the wind very well there, and that's going to wind up too strong and over the green. This will test the skill set here. It's his second.
Amy Grace, what are you doing, girl? Amy Grace.
This will be a 14-foot putt here.
What are you doing?
Kidding? This game's unfair sometimes. That luck did the whole way. That one finished off toward bogey here at 17. And he'll fall back now to 5 over par. Finishing our day at the wetlands in Florida with the shortest par 4 on the course, the 377-yard 18. Water down the left shouldn't be a factor. Driver and a short iron, and a birdie very much in the cards. Oh, he's pulled it. And that ball definitely slowed up a bit. It'll wind up coming down in the heavy rough. He's got a clear path to the green, but this definitely not where you want to be for your second. Well, I know I'm paid to talk, but there's not really much to say about that. Best to just move on to the next shot. Well, he'll be disappointed with that, no doubt.
Yeah, swing didn't quite look right on that one. Well, the struggle is definitely real. A lot of poor shots on this hole.
Nope. Okay, a shake of the head as that one is finished off. And he'll slide a bit further here to 7 over par. So, Frank, this a very difficult Friday for our featured golfer. Nothing seems...